You want to know who I hate? I hate that kid Butters. He's a dork. Yeah, let's go pick on him. Yeah. Hey, guys, don't pick on Butters. That's not cool. You can't do that. Bullying? Did you know that in America, over 200,000 students every day are afraid to come to school because of bullying?
So here's them. He's at the lunch table, and they're talking.
Videos have devolved to nothing but pretty girls wearing skin-tight clothes and singing songs about their vajayjays. Used to be chicks sung about relationships. Now it's all my vajayjay this, my vajayjay that. But clearly that's what sells. Think about it. When was the last time you turned on a music video and didn't see some chick strumming a guitar singing about her vajayjay?
That has literally been the same kind of music since the 40s. What are you talking about?
Hey, fellas. Where's your lunch, Butters? Oh, it's okay.
Okay, so like Butters has a black eye right now, Matt.
Yeah, at this point, Butters got a black eye, and they're gonna be like telling him to like go report it and do all these things, and he's like, I don't want to be a tattletale, I don't want to be anonymous Andy, I don't want to be a conflict resolution, whatever he says here.
He's got a lot of words.
I'm not hungry anyways.
Dude, did a bully take your lunch money again?
Yeah.
That's the third day in a row. You got to tell a teacher.
Nah, I'm not a tattletale.
Well, then write the principal an anonymous letter.
Nah, I'm not no anonymous Andy.
So they'd just get a bigger bully to beat the bully up.
Nah, I don't want kids calling me a cliche conflict resolution Kevin.
Kevin. Cliche conflict resolution Kevin.
I mean, who would have ever thought of that in school? Get another bully and get him to beat up the other bully. That's kind of genius.
I mean, it works. I've done that before. Yeah.
I have not. I was just far too popular and attractive.
Well, you know, sometimes you open your mouth to the wrong person, or the wrong person pisses you off. So you go get your other friend who's a bigger guy, and you go, hey, fool, this guy. And they're like, I got you, man. It's just like, all right. And you just.
My family takes care of that. My mom, every time I've ever dated a guy, has told him in private to the side after a certain period of time, if you ever hurt my son, I can have you killed. And she does mean it.
When I was in high school, there was this kid that I forget what his name was at the time, but like he was like, you know, twice my size, big old huge Hispanic guy, always wore a Raiders jersey and stuff like that. Yeah. And there was this one kid that was
Raiders jersey.
This one kid during PE or whatever was just like really fucking with me, and I didn't like let it, you know, I didn't sell for it, and the terminology to say now. I just didn't let it bother me or whatever, but like I was pissed off inside. And afterwards, I told a couple people, and I had one kid who was like, I will walk up to him right now with my fucking cane and I'll beat the shit out of him. And then I had another guy who was twice the size. The Raiders guy's like, if you want, fool, I'll go put him in a fucking headlock. And I'm like, no, I don't want us to get in trouble. But like I could have like, because that kid he's like, no, I'll talk to him. And then after, I don't know what he said, but somehow, some way, he went and talked to him. And then the next day, he like all of a sudden, he's like, hey, man, I didn't know you. Oh, Edgar. I didn't know you were Edgar's friend. Sorry, bro. My bad. And I was like, what did Edgar say? I didn't know you were
Edgar's friend. Edgar like pulled up his shirt. There was a Glock underneath it, and that's all he had to say.
Same thing with my buddy. Same thing with you, and you met him, Scoop. My buddy Cobby. When we were kids, Cobby's a big kid, a big guy, and he's a big dude. And there was like when we were in the 9th or 10th grade, this guy was fucking with me in homeroom, and I went back to you know, we all lived in the same community. And I told Cobby this. I was like, yeah, this guy's fucking with me, and he's like, is his name blah blah blah? And I was like, yeah. He's like, I'll take care of it. And then like literally the next day, that kid comes up to me. He goes, hey man, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know you were boys with Cobby and Dylan and all them, bro. My bad, man. And I was just like, oh, that's cool, bro. We're good.
Holy shit. M&G literally coming out like Reservoir Dogs with Mr. Pink, Mr. White, Mr. Brown.
Please take care of it. Well, you got to. When you're a smaller guy, you got to find the bigger guys that you make them laugh, and then they fucking protect you.
That's all right. I either made bullies laugh or turned them on. So.
Well, there you go. See, either way, somebody's winning. But Butters is not winning in this. Somebody's winning. Somebody's winning.
Cobby.
That's it. So here's now Butters at home with his grandma.
Sure, I guess. We'll go make some tea.
Oh, some tea would be lovely.
As I mentioned, Butters asked them to leave the room to talk to her quietly. She slaps him.
What's up? Huh? You think you're tough, huh?
I just don't want you to pick on me no more, Grandma.
Think you're fucking tough, huh? You don't look fucking tough.
Well, I don't think I'm tough, Grandma.
No, you're a little faggot. You got any more money, huh?
No, you took it all.
Why don't you do something about it? Do something, you little bitch. Your grandma's bitch.
Here we go.
Oh, there's the tea. Tea for me. How
And then
lucky.
She goes back to her normal grandma.
They bring out like a classic China teapot, and she's like, oh, tea. That's great. I love my grandson.
I love you all so very much.
Let me ask you guys, did anyone have a grandparent like this?
Nah.
No.
Well, my grandma was a bully to me, but I was too young to remember it. Like my mom told me, what? I'm glad you love your grandma because like she's like the one that took me to libraries and gave me interests, and we listened to Art Bell at night. Like she was great. I miss her very, very much. But like my mom was like, you don't remember your grandma being mean to you? I'm like, no. She's like, when you were 4, your grandma would just call you like a piece of shit or something. I'm like, no. I remember everything.
Well, I mean,
that.
that's a little bit different than abuse. I feel like because my grandma always called me a little shit, even until I was an adult.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I would, she would say something and then I would sarcastically correct her. You're a little shit, you know.
So
that?
your grandma just enjoyed sitting right up on the fence there, right there between.
Yeah, my grandma, she would call me a little piece of shit, but she always got me most of the time good birthday and Christmas presents. I was there in the room when she passed away.
Oh, my grandma can call me a little shit as much as she wants, as long as great birthday present.
And then of course in the latter years when she was passing away, the grandma even became more of my best friend because it was like, hey, grandma, you want to get, because as she was on stage 4 cancer, you want to get high, grandma? Yeah. Just get high, grandma.
I'm sitting here reading Princess Diana's autobiography. I might as well fucking smoke.
Right? This episode just got my curiosity going. Like, is there any grandmas out there just like this? Like brutal grandmas?
Oh,
if you had a brutal grandma, drop
it. A straight bully grandma?
Yeah.
If you had a
boomers and pre-boomers, man, they're all weirdly abusive and they're fine with it.
If you had a brutal grandma, drop your comments and let us know. Share your story.
Yeah, pizza, Adelaide. Let us know if your grandma.
Yeah, Adelaide, where's Adelaide? Adelaide's been a little quiet.
Yeah,
fucking DM. I'm just kidding. I love you.
I miss them.
I don't know where she's been.
Jane is having withdrawals. So
yeah, absolutely. I need someone to talk to me about our shared movie interests.
Well, we appreciate you, Adelaide, and we appreciate all the fans who continue to send us messages. Somebody commented on our Facebook page, on our YouTube page, and like it was just episode 165, and they were like, "You guys are great." So thanks, person who just recently checked us out. I forget what your name is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you give us a like and subscribe, I'll go down on you. We get to 1 million. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I'll do it.
You said episode 165, Matt?
Yeah, episode 165 on YouTube, I believe. We got a notification for it.
Yeah, so they're probably getting close to where we're at now, probably at about episode 215, shriveling up in the chair like a prune. They're close to.
Or maybe they just found it after we put out our recent. I just dropped, of course, the end of obesity, top 6 takeaways. You can go check that out. One of our trending videos that's actually getting viewership right now. So go check that out, like and subscribe it. We appreciate it. But maybe they checked that out and it then recommended something and then they watched it. So that's cool too.
The point was you got plenty of episodes after 165 to go down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, you can go down the rabbit hole.
There's a lot to
200 videos plus.
Yeah, I don't recommend doing them all in one sitting. You get real thirsty.
Do it all in one sitting. Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump back to this episode.
Yeah. Okay, take a 10-minute break, stretch yourself out.
No, you should take the Chub Challenge while you're doing it as well. An anti-bullying spokesperson by the name of Bucky Bailey is shown in Mr. Mackey's office, telling him about how widespread a problem with bullying is. Mr. Mackey doesn't nonchalantly respond, causing the spokesperson to become angry and bully Mr. Mackey. This reduces Mr. Mackey to tears. As a result, Mr. Mackey announces a mandatory assembly on bullying.
No.
So let's go ahead. The whole episode, yeah, exactly. The whole episode.
But today's actually bad. I already have an assembly today on positive thinking.
You believe positive thinking is really what's critical in schools right now? What's wrong with you?
Well, I mean, they kind of work.
No, shut up. What kind of counselor says no to an anti-bullying campaign? Bullying needs to be stopped. Now. This afternoon.
We need...
Like, you're going to stop bullying in one fucking afternoon. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. This afternoon, it needs to be stopped. Like, come on.
You're not going to stop it in the next 600 years. We're literally going to have to ascend to the evolutionary level of being like balls of light before bullying stops.
It's true.
And kids are horrible. This is the whole point of the show. Like, it's not happening.
It's not happening.
Yeah, and bullying.
You may only have an internet degree, but why don't you
play it, Matt?
Start acting like you're a school counselor and not an uninformed, backwards little dork. Okay?
Here comes Mr. Mackey now, walking out of his office.
What a bully that guy was.
Okay.
Attention, students. Today we will have an assembly on the subject of
Aw.
bullying.
Aw, Professor Mackey.
The assembly is mandatory. Okay, so you better show up.
He's gonna need another Inception after this.
So you better show up, he says. So you better fucking show up.
Bullying, man, it rolls downhill pretty quick.
So while this continues on, Red tells Butters that his grandmother is looking for him.
Oh, great.
Much to his surprise, he attempts to hide in the bathroom. However, she was already in there. She believes that he is the one who brought in the anti-bullying spokesperson, calling him a narc. And then she attempts to make him put a urinal puck in his mouth. However, Mr. Adler comes in. What's going around, Butters? Attempts to open the door only to find it was locked. She quickly makes up a cover story saying that Butters took her there to the incorrect bathroom. Shortly before she follows him out of the bathroom, she threatens Butters with death if he narcs on her again. Again, boys. So let's jump in here into the bathroom scene now with Butters and Grandma. And this becomes a reoccurring theme where everybody just keeps coming into the bathroom to bully somebody.
Dead. Fucking dead, you got it?
I'm sorry.
Hi, Grandma.
I heard somebody brought in an anti-bully counselor.
Why is she walking like
Thought
that?
I wouldn't find out, you little narc.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
Well, I
like
didn't
a
narc,
big
Grandma.
slut.
It wasn't me.
Oh, look, what's this over here? Oh, it's a narc puck. This is what narcs have to put in their mouth.
I feel like with that strut, Dane, maybe she spent some time in the pen. Like that
It
was
really
her-
is. It really
Bitch,
is.
Narc
I'm
puck.
taking
Yeah,
a-
it definitely sounds like it. Yeah.
He's got the most Hummels out of everybody.
Good call forward. Good call forward. Not call back. Call forward.
Oh, it's got piss all over it.
No, Granny, knock it off.
Bro-
No, stop it.
Bro,
Put it in your mouth.
you were touching it with the piss. It's like the things you'll do for bullying, I guess.
Look at right there in his face.
Nice frame.
Yeah. And Darren's already like, this is the thumbnail, bro.
I was having that exact thought, Dane. Where in my brain are you?
Yeah.
Boggle.
Put it in your fucking mouth.
Oh my God.
Darren, clip that. I want to send me that on my board. Put it in your fucking mouth. That's a good
that
one.
is good.
Oh man.
That is
maybe-
good. I
Send
wish
me
I
that
could
one.
play profanity at work.
And now coming out, number 39 replacement for first base. Put it in your fucking mouth.
All right, do you mind if I touch your balls, sir?
Anyway,
That you mind if I? Oh my goodness! When the umps have to check the ball for sticky stuff because they think the pitcher's cheating.
All right,
You-
do you mind if I touch your balls, sir?
Yes.
All right,
That
do you mind if I
right there.
touch your balls,
You
sir?
mind if I touch your balls, sir? Could you imagine if ump did a fucking a sticky stuff check on the ball and glove, and I played that sound? Oh my god!
No way he just said that.
More people would watch sports.
No way. Like, I wonder if he's getting
No
fired
way
or
he
getting a
just said that.
promotion. One of the two.
All right, do you mind if I touch your balls, sir?
all right.
Like the guy that played 3 blind mice at the ump when they were taking too long. He got the ump turned around and ejected the audio engineer from the game for some reason. I bet he got
Which
a
I don't-
promotion though.
Yeah. Here is Mr. Adler now trying to break into the bathroom.
Oh, hello.
Oh, sorry. This door isn't supposed to be locked.
I'm sorry. I needed the restroom, and my grandson brought me to this one. Isn't that right, Butters?
She's so good.
Yes.
Butters, you goofball. I'll show you to the girls' room, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much. You narc again, and you're fucking dead. Fucking dead, you got it? Whoop, coming.
Oh man. Butters was like, Butters was like, I can't wait to unplug her, dude. One of these
Scroll
days.
down too much. Richard, I love you.
Butters gets his moment.
That woman went on to direct like one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. Love her.
Oh, yeah, I learned that while editing an episode, Jane. You did a tidbit about the other work she's done, and I had no idea.
She's still a writer. You see her in the South Park 6 Days documentary. She's now like all like gothed out Paramore lead singer type, but like she directed Hamlet too. And it's like, if no one's seen Hamlet 2 out there, it is the funniest fucking movie. It's just this failed drama teacher that tries to put on a sequel to Hamlet. And it's the greatest thing.
Nice. So, back into the episode.
I'm sorry, Matt. How do you segue from that shit?
It's okay. So back into the episode here, the Bucky assembly, he explains bullying, and he tends to get someone to direct this anti-bullying music video. Nobody does at first. He starts taunting the audience, and then eventually Stan volunteers to make the video. However, during this assembly, we do get an introduction of a brand new character who eventually become Clyde Donovan's girlfriend in the future when she wants to work out.
What makes a bully? The truth is there are more bullies at your school than you even think. And the student who lets bullying happen is just as bad as the bully himself. Come on out, Lorraine. I asked your schoolmate Lorraine here to help me out.
Lorraine. So we got the introduction here of Lorraine, who eventually will become, popular because of Photoshop.
Oh, that's right, the Photoshop.
Yeah, you want to work out, bitch? You gonna college jelly school? Okay. When we get the return of Kanye comes back.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, after he has his gay fish, excursion. So here's Bucky Bailey asking her about being bullied. He then asks her, of course, do they ever say your pants come up so high to your tits or something like that?
Are you bullied in the school, Lorraine?
Yes.
Kids pick on you, call you names?
Sometimes.
What kinds of things do they say to you?
Ugly. Nerd.
Do they say, nice pants, why do you wear them up to your tits?
Oh my God. This guy's creating new ways for this poor girl.
Bullying affects everyone.
Nice pants, why do they come up to your tits? So this is where he now He did. And that's kind of what happens. Like, what happens? That's like a callback as well, if you think about, to the Ball Chin Boy episode, remember?
Chin Ball. Yeah, he's doing the Maury. He really is. Chin Ball Boy.
Chin Ball Boy, Ball Chin Boy. Have a seat. Let's go ahead and have a seat.
And only if the entire school is united against it can bullying ever be stopped. Go, get out of here. Now, what me and Bucky Bailey's Bully Buckers, trademark, to do is get the schools to make an anti-bullying video. So who would like to be the young student director in charge of our video?
Me.
Nobody at first.
We just need one student to be the leader of our anti-bullying campaign.
So here comes the continuing theme from this gentleman as he likes to bully people into trying to get what he wants.
What are you, all chicken? Bark, 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 bark. Nobody wants to be in charge of the anti-bullying video? Bark, 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 bark. Wah, bark, 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 bark.
I'll do it. I'll be in charge.
Ooh, you're a big man? You want to show what a big man you are?
No, I think bullying has gotten out of hand, and it needs to be stopped.
Good for you, Stan. He's cool.
So here's how, let me back up. Let me back up here. So here's how the students of South Park produce this thing. The video production is kind of a parody of at the time. Of course, this episode, if I didn't already mention at the top of this episode, it came out in April of 2012, April 11th, 2012 to be specific. So at the time, the trending theme on the internet was everybody at school making these long videos, but doing it in one long shot, right? Just one long shot. You get the whole shot from a musical to everything. So South Park parodies it here with a bullying video. And the mascot, the child ambassador, the poster child himself, Butters, is in a cube. So now, shout out to Joe Morin from Canada. We brought back the cube from the Princess of Canada. Up, out of way, she goes. We got a cube here with Butters now in the cube, and Butters says, "Can we stop this? I don't want to do this anymore." However, this upsets Stan, who asks him if he wants to be bullied the rest of his life. Kyle's is like, dude, whatever. And Stan stops Kyle from leaving, attempting to see what's wrong. Stan claims that he's making the video to stop bullying, and Kyle tells him to stop acting. that the video is less about bullying and more about him. Kyle leaves him, but not before warning Stan that he should be careful, because otherwise he's going to end up naked and jacking it in San Diego.
Is this the same episode as that?
Yep, this is jacking it in San Diego.
Yeah, 2012. And this can. And we'll also see that this is a parody of that really, really stupid documentary craze that happened with Bully. It was like a 2011 movie. It just came out before this. And it was one of those things where it's like, and they'll discuss it, so I won't get too much into it, but it was one of those things, documentary that falls around kids that are bullied. And it's like, dude, you're making it worse on the kids. They're going to bully them harder now. Because now you made this national documentary in theaters saying, oh, look at these kids. Look at all the names they're called. Just stupid. I think just one scene.
It basically just ends up like with Cartman in the whole tolerance camp fucking episode where he goes to the fucking tolerance museum and they're in the fucking tunnel of insults and like, I want to go again, because he just hears all the new insults that he can call people. So here is us, the students of South Park Elementary present Stop Bullying.
You want to know who I hate? I hate that kid Butters. He's a dork. Yeah, let's go pick on him. Yeah. Hey, guys, don't pick on Butters. That's not cool. You can't do that. Bullying? Did you know that in America, over 200,000 students every day are afraid to come to school because of bullying?
Say, from an animation standpoint, the way they recreate this one long shot is actually really good too.
They're killing it. They got like the Corel Draw Maya 3D background shit going on. Like they're really doing some tracking on this one.
I know, it's really good. So here's the... Go ahead.
It's really good.
So here's the song as it starts.
At South Park Elementary, we're better than that. Come on, let's all put an end to bullying right now. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Bullying isn't cool. Bullying is lame. Bullying is ugly and has a stupid name. For a healthy world,
I'm proud to be a what?
bullying's
A ginger?
unfit, and I think I know what we should do to it. Do to it. Let's all get together.
Let's go.
And make bullying kill itself. Bullying's an ugly thing. Let's shove its face in the dirt and make bullying kill itself. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, you like my body? Set the mood, let's play. You can touch me anywhere except for my JJ.
I like how we saw the guitar Quilo kid for a second too.
Because at the beginning of the episode, remember Cartman was talking about women in scantily clad clothes. Women in scantily clad clothes, who always shaking and talking about their vajayjay.
Wouldn't it be great at the series finale, God forbid that ever happens, of this show, to where it's just like Cartman turns into a trans woman? Like she was just trans all along. That's why she was Britney Spears. That's why she has all these taco flavored keys.
So as we continue here, my heart says yes. My vajayjay says no.
We can make it stop. We can stomp it out. We can beat its ass until it starts to cry. Let's gang up on it and tell it it smells and beat its ass worse if it ever tells. If it ever tells. Let's all join together to try and make bullying kill itself. It'll be fun to see.
They got the fucking Hooters girl or the fucking Raisins girls.
they pulled all stop.
They
Get
got 'em.
every character asset we have, drag it in here.
They did. You're right. There's a lot. There is a lot of characters here.
Just how bad we can make it feel. Make bullying kill itself.
Timmy.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
My heart said yes, but my JJ said no.
And then he does this.
Tread lost inside the darkness of my mind.
Okay, so now we got Butters.
He's naked in a glass box. The lighting has changed. It's like a gay club. Probably the same way Butters feels.
Well, let's talk about it after the.
I try to break free, the world you're so unkind.
Stupid.
Ugly.
Pansy. Dark.
Can I not do this, please? I don't want to do this.
Ah, Butters, you ruined it. This is all one big long shot and you ruined it.
But this is just going to make things worse for me.
He's not wrong.
Why? Hold on, I've never noticed the camera guy is the dude that had no friends.
Well, that Kyle and him became friends.
I never noticed that.
You're right. He's got friends now. Good for him.
He's a good videographer. God dang.
He did. And he's holding the boom mic too. Like he's fucking killing it, Dane.
He's nailing this. I don't know.
Boom micing and cam opping at the same fucking time. God damn.
Only on them indie dirtbag productions.
Fucking hey, all those friends he got on Facebook really helped his self-esteem.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Butters, you're the star of the video.
He doesn't want to do it, dude.
Well, come on. You just want to be bullied your whole life.
Okay, I need to correct myself. General Disarray is actually the one holding the boom mic. That's who's holding the boom mic. I just want to correct myself.
Oh, I just noticed that. Oh my God.
Oh, I thought we were seeing like one of the best production performances of all time.
I mean, it's still good. He's still doing great camera operation.
Yeah, he's doing some 1912 levels of cinematography.
Yeah, I mean, it's great.
Life, Butters? Kyle.
There he
Stan,
goes.
of course, as I mentioned, chases after
Kyle,
Kyle.
dude, where are you going?
Why are you doing this, Stan?
Yeah, why?
To stop bullying.
You're going to stop bullying.
Make bullying kill itself.
Kyle literally nailed that entire movement in one tone of voice.
You're going to stop bullying?
You're going to stop bullying.
Yes.
With Cartman singing about his vagina.
It's about awareness, dude. Don't you understand how important this is? Bullying? Do you realize that in America, over 200,000 students are afraid to come to school every day because
Don't act for me, Stan. Really. Because every minute I'm watching this video become less about awareness and more about you.
Kyle, I'm trying to make a difference.
Okay. Just be careful you don't end up naked and jacking it in San Diego.
Jacking it.
What the hell does that mean?
What the hell does that mean? Yes, what the hell?
Dane, isn't it true that a gay man doesn't actually jack it with his hand? He jacks it with his heart.
That's true. That's you gotta get on your knees.
Amongst other things, but absolutely yes. Every time you stroke up and down, you're doing it from inside.
A blowjob is not with your mouth, but with your heart.
Darren hit the nail on the dick right there.
Yeah, I don't know, some green chicken in a dress or something. Moving back to Butterballs. Yeah.
Some green chicken, a goat or something.
Some green chicken, a goat or something. Meanwhile, Butters is now back in his room, contemplating whether he should defend himself against his grandmother. He declares that he must, and this makes him decide to put on his Professor Chaos costume and head to grandmother's room. But however, to his surprise, she is also wearing a evil villain costume. And Butters is frightened and attempts to run. However, she catches him and gives him gummy bears.
Gummy bears?
Gummy bears. The fucking gummy bears. All right, so here is Butters now in his room, hyping himself up as he gets ready to go and try and attack his grandmother.
No, she is. You're right, Butters. I don't have a choice. Sorry, Grandma, but you brought this on yourself.
Sorry, Grandma.
It's time you met Chaos.
Chaos.
I've been pushed around for the last time. Now I'm coming. And Heck's coming with me.
Grandma is ready.
Dude, this is nasty for Grandma to wear.
I would be terrified.
I like the idea that she grandma this together.
Like all I can think of, all I can think of when Butters opens this door is like some form of like Star Wars characters. Ooka chooka ooh ah. Like that's what she fucking reminds me of.
She does. She's taking Mandalorian shit.
Are those weapons on the end of those things, dude?
There are. They're milkers, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many rounds do those things hold?
I'm telling you, dude. She got the spikes on top, motherfucker.
Dude,
looking
you
like
could probably fit a
Jerry
100-round drum inside of that, probably, and she's just spitting them out. She does have a nice flower painting. Though. I'll give her that.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I don't know why this popped in. I don't know why this popped in my head, and we'll have to edit this out. Do you guys remember those like not hooked on phonics commercials, but like those commercials that would air about reading and spelling and shit? And it was like, I don't know, some voice would be like, "Oh ball, gold ball," and it was like some weird fucking character.
Are you talking about the alien thing that would like teach you Spanish?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a bunch of alien characters, and they would teach you languages, and you could like buy them on fucking tape.
There it is. That shit. That. And
Yeah,
then
it
have
was
all
like
these like, go.
Until it was probably not cool to call the person teaching you Spanish an alien. I'm just saying. I have a feeling that's why that stopped. I just realized it as you were having that conversation.
Darren figured out it's a fucking
Darren, find the clip of this commercial and make this a fucking YouTube clip. This is fucking great.
It's been a while. There's a
wow.
I legit think it was called Fuzzy. Like I think it was
Fuzzy.
Like
Yes. Oh my god! I just had super nostalgia with the name came back.
Yeah, he looked like a tall anteater. It was very weird.
Oh my goodness.
Like all these fucking weird voices he would fucking make.
Muzzy. Is it Muzzy?
Okay.
It is Muzzy. Oh my god.
Thank you, Scoop. It'll be easier to find the clip.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
And
all right.
Of course, it's from the BBC because they're like extreme.
Yes. Yes. Fucking A. Hold on. You know what? Okay. You know what? You're making me want to find it. We're going to put it in. It'll make Darren's job easier.
Hey, sweet.
Clip.
Muzzy, everybody.
Muzzy
commercial.
And a word from our quick sponsor, Muzzy.
Yeah, we'll be right back with a word from our quick sponsor here, Muzzy.
He literally says, yes, it's French they're speaking.
Je suis la jeune fille.
Yes, that's French they're speaking. And no, these children aren't French. They're American. And they've acquired their amazing new language skills from Muzzy. The remarkable new video language program developed by the British Broadcasting Corporation. With this unique BBC language, children learn a second language with incredible ease. 4 delightful videos.
4 delightful videos, guys.
TV show and teaches children the same way they learned English. Learning another language because you'll be amazed when your children begin speaking and understanding their new language from the very first day through this unique method.
Muzzy now
Parents
comes
chose
with 4
this.
videos.
So yeah, guys, there's Muzzy. For those who don't know what that was,
Parents would buy those, kids wouldn't watch it, and they'd use it to like tape baseball and porn.
but Darren's right. Like somewhere along the line, somebody fucking finally realized, wait a minute, we probably shouldn't use aliens
to describe all these foreign
and nationals. Yeah, it's fucking. That was fucking great. That was glorious.
I'm telling you. Yeah, they have like a 3D animated movie. Yeah, no thanks.
No more aliens?
Oh shit!
Oh, can't put that back there. Matt boss is gonna get us in trouble.
Muzzy in Gondoland.
Disney actually owns Muzzy.
No, I had a Disney mug sitting back.
Oh my god!
Don't judge me, guys, for what mug I'm choosing to use.
No,
yes, I am living at home by myself and have this mug.
Oh no, that's a tight ass. Oh my god, it's like an Alice in Wonderland illustrate. Dude, that's a tight ass mug.
Gotta get it done. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's jump back here into this part of the episode with the grandma, as we were discussing here. Grandma Stotch here is about to embroil with a battle with Butters, and she's going to give him gummy bears. Now, as I mentioned, gummy bears is where it's kind of disgusting, guys, but it's it's where teeth, and she bites or numbs, I guess, gnaws on Butters' arm.
Yeah,
Oh, look, it's Captain Pussy.
Yeah, she takes out her dentures.
You can't stop me, Captain Pussy. Don't even try.
I mean, it's kind of cute that she's playing along. I don't like that it ends in bullying, but it's kind of adorable that she plays along with her grandson.
Grandma, but how did...
I got inspired when I came across your gay little costume in your closet. Now come on, Captain Pussy. Time for you to get your gummy bears.
No, Grandma, please, not gummy bears.
Come here.
Grandma!
As I mentioned, she's now going to attack Butters, pick him up.
Stand up for yourself. Fight back. Be a fucking man.
So she's basically, I guess what her intention is here is to try and build up Butters' manliness because she thinks he's too soft. So she feels that picking on him will bring out that fight.
Yeah, but that's everybody's excuse for bullying. It's
I know.
like, oh yeah, no, it makes you harder skinned. It's like, no, it doesn't, dude. It gives you like generational trauma. Like that's not the way to
gave him a clear shot to make fun of her belly folds that she has going on there, her old lady folds.
But she's like immune to that sort of stuff. We'll see how Butters finally gets to her. But I don't know.
She's got more folds than a casino there. Like I don't know what's going on.
What the fuck? More false in a casino.
So here's that gummy bears.
I can't.
Then it looks like you get gummy bears.
No!
Gummy bears.
Ah! Ew!
That's horrible, man.
That is horrible. Okay, so while this is going on now, Stan made the movie, and now Stan basically becomes a little popular, right, at school because the television executives, producers all loved it in Hollywood. Now they want to buy and create a movie, but this will backlash against him at first as Bucky Walters, whatever his fucking name is, trademark.
Bucky Bailey's Bully Bumpers trademark.
Bucky Bailey's Bully Bumpers trademark. He's going to bully Stan, which eventually Stan will then bully him back with his own TV executive. So the cycle of bullying just continues. But let's continue that cycle of bullying as Stan comes to school now with everyone happy that his movie is a success. Potentially a success. He walks in the bathroom.
What's up?
Oh, hey.
You went and made a video and sold it without letting me know.
No.
Doing a video was my idea. It's the property of Bucky Bailey's Bully Buckers trademark. You got that?
But I worked hard on that. It's been really stressful.
Now, technically speaking, if the kids didn't make the movie with their own equipment, just because he gave them the idea, he doesn't have any ownership to this fucking movie.
Yeah, if that were the case, then like 99% of the movies that's ever been released, the money would also be going to someone else. Like that doesn't make any sense. Sorry, that's not how this works. And your haircut is stupid.
Yeah, as I tell Darren all the time, like like Darren came up with an idea last night, and for his idea, all I ended up telling him was, I was like, I don't want any money, but if you could just give me free baseball tickets, that's it. I was like, just give me some free baseball tickets. Like,
oh,
you know,
yeah.
I
I would have forgot about that. That was so late. I would have forgot about. Yeah, thank you, Matt.
It's a good idea. Anyway, so we don't want to blurt it out here, but yeah. So I was like, yeah, but you should give me free baseball tickets. Or I've told Darren, I was like, I don't want money, but you could just leave me that Steel Pulse album. That'd be pretty cool. That album, pretty sweet. Not violent.
Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah.
I'm trying to change the way they make first base calls in baseball forever. I came up with an idea.
You came up with an idea. It's pretty good.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Puppies.
Join us. So here's Bucky. What's his name? Sorry again. Dave?
Bucky Bailey's Bully Buckers trademark.
Bucky Bailey's Bucky
Fucking
Billy's Bully.
You gotta remember the trademark too, because he certainly does.
Bucky Bully Billy's trademark. Bucky Bully Bully's trademark.
It's exactly.
When
If it was in patois, you would have gotten it.
What's Wrong with you! Kids are getting bullied at school, and with this money, Bucky Bailey's Bully Buckers trademark can finally become the legit organization it deserves to be! You greedy, selfish little prick!
Ooh.
Oh, what? You gonna cry?
So he makes Stan cry.
No, go ahead, cry.
So he makes Stan, you're gonna cry? Oh, the same thing he did to Mr. Mackey and all that jazz.
Bullying the shit out of him.
Bullies the shit out of him. Well, now, following this, the Bucky Bully Bailey's trademark. I can't fucking say this.
This is gonna be my favorite bit from this episode.
Oh, Dane, there's gonna be like 3 clips of him right at the intro saying it in different ways.
Bucky Bully Bailey's trademark. Bucky Bully. You know, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. I'm editing this episode. Fuck you guys. Bucky Bully Bailey's trademark.
Fuck you, Bully Bailey's.
Okay, I'll edit it then, motherfuckers.
I'll still edit another one and just post it.
Son of a bitch.
I will then just post Matt blooper reel as its own video with its own.
Revoking Darren's admission to the StreamYard. No, I'm just kidding. Bucky Bully Bailey's trademark.
Bully buttholes.
Bucky Bully Bailey's trademarks. All right, so here.
Bucky Bully Bucky's.
Bucky Bully Bailey's trademarks.
Bucky's bike bully. I don't know.
So here he is. Now he's going to get bullied by the TV executive.
President of the movie company that bought the bully video. Ooh. Oh, what? Stan Marsh got you to come talk to me? That little cliche conflict resolution, Kevin. The video was conceived, written, and directed by the South Park student body. You got that?
This is what Matt did.
My idea.
I told
students to make the video, and I produced the entire thing. I deserve to have my name on it.
No.
Yeah, only problem is America doesn't give a shit about an old fart with a Captain Kangaroo haircut. They want to believe kids did something on their own. Here's a cease and desist.
That's a way better bully than him.
If you ever claim any authorship of the video again, we will sue you for everything you have. But this was going to be the thing that finally made Bully Bucker's trademark a national organization.
He's got his own name wrong, too.
You gonna cry? Oh, don't cry. It'll look bad with your widow Captain Kangaroo haircut.
I just said the second half.
Bailey Buckers.
So he cries and he goes out the door just like everybody else, as they've all been bullied.
Was he tucked into his shirt, or is it just that rounded?
Wait, no, there can't be.
I swear it's so rounded, it looks like it's tucked into his shirt.
Oh.
So after Bucky their exits the bathroom, then Stan starts to hear people. I guess he ends up hearing Kyle talking shit about his fucking movie, right? Because Kyle comes into school and Kyle doesn't care about. Basically, Cartman and Butters or Cartman and Kenny are hanging up posters everywhere, and they hang one up on Kyle's locker. And Kyle's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "We're just hanging the posters, Kyle, and because you love the movie, you're not invited." So. And Kyle's like, I don't care. And then he walks into the bathroom where he's now going to be bullied by Stan. Because Stan's like, bruh, talking shit about my movie, bruh? Talking shit about my movie? What the fuck, dude? But I want to show a little bit of about my movie, dude? About my movie, bro? What's wrong with you, bro? All right, so here's Kyle now in the hallway. And he's going to walk into the bathroom.
And don't tape that to my locker!
Walks in the bathroom. See Stan.
Oh, God. What's up, Kyle? Why are you trying to trash talk our theatrical release?
Do you really think that this is good for Butters? To have his face put all over signs as the poster child for bullying?
No, I don't think it is actually a good thing for Butters.
This actually happened. 2011 and 2012 were some crazy times for advocacy, man.
Bro.
Oh, my God.
Well, it's like if you go back and you look at those commercials or whatever, like the weirdest commercials, like it would just be like, you wouldn't make fun of somebody in a wheelchair, would you? And it's like, what? What are you talking? I never thought about doing that.
Yes, kids will make fun of anything.
It's like I wasn't thinking about it, but now I am.
Now I am.
Yeah.
Dude, and like the marketing of the 2011 bully documentary that this is parodying was so genius because it was like they were selling wholesale tickets through their website to schools. They were making money hand over fist and they didn't give a crap about anything. It was just some guy's documentary profiling a bunch of strange looking nerd kids that'll eventually grow out of it. And probably all the bullies would have died at that point in car accidents and drunk driving. Well, like, unfortunately, that movie lives on forever, and these kids literally became the poster children for, oh, you going to cry?
Well, you know, the churches have passion The churches have Passion of the Christ, and schools have the bullying movie, I guess, now.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there you
Mel
go.
did the same exact thing. If you bought like a certain number of tickets direct from his website or whatever the heck it was, then yeah, you'd be fine. Oh, my
You
God.
could join
It's
his
just about
ministry.
money. It's just literally about money.
Butters is totally fine with it, dude. Yeah, well, Butters is 10. He doesn't exactly know what's best for him, and neither do you.
Thank
All right,
you.
Kyle, that's enough. I'm not gonna be bullied by you, okay? What? You were waiting for me in the bathroom. Oh, yeah. Look, this is all getting way too big. Tell the movie studio you aren't selling the video to them.
He's
This
honest.
video can change how people
So this is, of course, Kyle's going to reference again. Whatever, dude. You're going to end up jacking it in San Diego.
think about bullying. It needs to be seen by everybody, Kyle. If it needs to be seen by everybody, then why don't you put it out on the internet for free?
That's a good point.
Yeah,
That is a
at least
great
same with the
point.
movies. It's like, dude, if believe you what? Tony 2012. Tony 2012 was massive and it was free.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, because things go viral all the time back then too. Like if you had put it out on the internet for free, then schools could have just shown it for free in school.
Yeah, instead of having to buy. I remember my
Yeah.
school when I was in a public school when this came out, 2011. That's probably like middle school for me or something. When they were taking classrooms full of people to the Bully movie, and it was obviously I didn't watch it during that period. I saw it like years and years after on my like documentary spiel. And it was horrible. It's just like a really badly put together documentary, but it is. And it does feature the bullies too. It's not just the stories of the kids. It features their parents and the struggle, but it also features the bullies. And it shows footage of these kids getting bullied. And it's like, dude, the only thing kids are going to watch, they're going to be like, oh, that's pretty cool, dude. We're going to do that when we get back to school. Kyle's got a good point. I love you, Kat.
And of course, he makes the point about jacking it in San Diego. After Stan's like, what? What do you mean?
Well? What was the question again? If you really think every kid in America should see your anti-bullying movie, then why don't you put it on the internet for free?
Oof.
Get out of here, Kyle. I'm trying to go to the bathroom. Fine. But when you're naked and jacking it in San Diego, don't ask me for help.
What is so fun?
Why does he keep saying that?
Kyle understands where this is headed.
He does. He understands what success leads, and apparently it leads to jacking it in San Diego.
San Diego.
So following this, as we get closer to wrapping up this episode, it starts here to kind of unravel for Stan. Stan and Butters are seen on the Dr. Oz show talking with Dr. Oz about bullying. And after Butters refuses to say anything, Dr. Oz becomes aggressive, asking Butters if he actually cares about the victims of bullying. This upsets Butters, who snaps and beats the crap out of Dr. Oz.
Thank God. Someone had to.
Someone had to. As a result of this, the Hollywood executive yells at Stan as the country no longer sees Butters as the bully victim, but as a violent psychopath.
Yeah.
Afterwards, the executive enters his bathroom where Jesus is now shown waiting for him, and Jesus warns him about hell, then taunts him, asking if he's going to cry.
It goes upwards. I mean, how much bigger can you get than Jesus at this point?
That's a good point. That is a great. So here's Butters. Oh, go ahead. Well,
when he went into the court of thieves when they were selling wares outside of the church, man, he took that whip of reeds and he started smacking motherfuckers across his face. Jesus is not averse to a little bit of violence, kids.
And neither is Butters.
Oh, over 200,000 students are afraid to go to school because of bullying. Don't you care? You better care.
Butters beats the shit out of him.
Climbed on his face. He's going full Oprah on this.
Look at I was gonna say, look at his eyes. Look at he's just the anger.
Has anyone done that as a kid? Like you just like lost it and like went ham on a bully, and you were in that same exact like Christmas Story position where you're on top of him. This is literally what the kid looks like. He's like trying to keep his face away, but he knows he's just gonna keep getting punched.
Right. So here's the movie executive now yelling at Stan.
Thinking. Everyone just saw that the bully victim in your movie is actually a violent psychopath.
I didn't know.
This could kill our box office. People are going to come after us now saying we didn't check our facts.
I didn't beat up Dr. Oz. Don't be mad at me.
It's your fucking movie. Now I'm going to have to work overtime with marketing to make sure people still sympathize with our victim. Jesus, just get the fuck out of here. I got to go to the bathroom.
Dane, for a second, when you said, "Has anybody done this?" I thought you were gonna say, "Beat the shit out of Dr. Oz."
Who hasn't?
It's possible too. So here's Jesus now going to bully him.
Uh-oh. My child, have you ever heard of a place called hell? It's eternal fire, and it's gonna hurt real bad. Oh, what are you gonna do? Cry now?
What are you gonna do? Cry now?
It's my headcanon that even though he was a Middle Eastern carpenter and also a Jew, if Jesus came back to Earth, his voice would be Matt Stone.
That would be interesting. That would be very interesting. Well, let's wrap up Butters' arc here as later in the night and after that beatdown of Dr. Oz, Butters goes to his grandmother's room, and as she's lying in bed, he tells her that he finally stood up for himself. Right, he tells her that he finally stood up for himself. While he admits that it felt good, it ultimately left him with a dark and empty feeling, just as he imagines she feels. He then tells her that he has realized that bullies will always exist, and while such stages in life seem as if they will last forever to children, one day he's going to grow up into a happy adult, and she's going to be dead. And one day she's going to be lying or dying in a hospital, and he's going to visit her just to show her that he's still happy despite everything else. And she's going to die. Empty and miserable. So Butters once again comes back with the mental gymnastics here as he roasts and slays his evil grandmother.
Grandma.
I did it, Grandma. I finally stood up for myself. I got real mean and I beat the snot out of Dr. Oz. I can't lie, it felt kind of good. At first. But since then, all I have is just a kind of dark, empty feeling.
Yeah.
And then I realized, that's how you must feel. Huh? All the time. Poor old Grandma. You know, I've been getting lots of advice how to deal with you. Stand up to you, tell on you. But I kind of realize there's just people like you out there. All over the place. When you're a kid, things seem like they're gonna last forever. But they're not. Life changes. You won't always be around. Someday you're gonna die. Someday pretty soon. And when you're laying in that hospital bed, with tubes up your nose, and that little pain under your butt to pee in, I'll come visit you. I'll come just to show you that I'm still alive and I'm still happy. And you'll die. Being nothing but you.
Night, Grandma.
Night, Grandma.
You'll die being nothing but you. Absolutely destroyed that woman.
Woo! Butters, he dropped the ball there. I mean, he dropped the ball. So here's how the episode's going to climax here, literally, for Stan. As Stan is shown entering the school where the student body boos and throws paper balls at him, much to his chagrin. Then Clyde, Cartman, and Craig explain that the U.S. populace is upset, thinking that the video must be fake due to Butters' breakdown on the Dr. Oz show, and that the studio has canceled their movie. Red and Timmy then join in, booing him, with Red saying that he made the student body look like uncaring idiots. Mr. Mackey then informs him that Dr. Oz is suing Stan and the school, and Mr. Mackey wants to know what Stan is going to do about it. Well, Stan realizes there's only one thing he can do. He hops on a plane, he travels to San Diego, gets out of the car, drops his pants on a street corner, and begins to masturbate, a.k.a. jacket, much to the amusement of San Diego's populace here. And this, of course, comes the famous song, Jackin' It in San Diego. Now, for those watching this on the YouTube, for copyright purposes, this is a full song. It's been released multiple times and performed. We cannot play the full song. Darren, please edit out this. However, if you're listening to the podcast, you will get the full song. So here is the end of the episode here with Stan coming back to school, and everybody begins booing him because, well, they all look like uncaring idiots.
Oh,
come on! Dude, what's going on? You didn't hear? Now that America knows Butters was actually a violent psychopath, they're saying you made a bullcrap bullying video. What? What's the movie studio saying about it? The studio backed out. The producer had a change of heart. Boo!
You made us look like uncaring.
Fucking Stan got a Cartman boo? That's like the bad boo, like the one he gives Wendy. Boo, Wendy takes a bigger. Boo.
And it passes Cartman's tolerance level, yeah.
He got boo. went down that little bit. Yeah, exactly.
Idiots! Yeah, boo! How was I supposed to know Butters was actually a violent psychopath?
Now here comes Timmy.
Boo!
So that's gotta be his. Wait, that's gotta be the 7th word he now knows, right? Because he knows how to say his name, but then also in the Lord of the Underworlds, and now we can add boo.
Yeah, live la.
Well, that's not really a word. That's just more of like.
That's fair. That he's literally just making noises.
Just making noises, yeah. But Timmy and Lord of the Underworld, he said it. He did say it during that when they came back together for their concert at the.
Oh, he said shit that one time, but that don't really.
That's
count.
right. You're right. Yeah, it's true. He did shit.
Yeah.
That's true. He did say. All right, so he's just under 10 worlds. Oh, don't start that fucking, because me and Darren will sit here and we'll fucking do that all night. Take a seat, kids, from the fucking episode of fucking the fucking have a seat there, kids. I'm white trash and I'm in trouble. Sorry. Okay, so here's the end of the episode now, continuing as Stan is going to decide, he's going to go to San Diego after Mr. Mack explains that everyone's pissed.
Everyone loved me 16 hours ago.
Stan, okay, ABC called and Dr. Oz is suing you and our entire school. What are you going to do?
Well,
I guess there's only one thing left for me to do.
So again, if you're watching on YouTube, sorry, we can't play the full song. All right, we can pause it here. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and stick this back in, Darren. I always find this part funny where you see Jerry Sanders, the mayor of San Diego, but they animated him like he's in a green screen. So they animated the green screen effect. I always thought that to be a little nice touch.
Diego, there's so much to see. From the sparkling waters of Mission Bay to the warm tortillas of Old Town. And after a day of sightseeing, why not try spanking it in one of our charming city streets? San Diego. Come, take a load off.
You can leave that part in, Darren.
Come
San Diego.
No, go take a load off. Now raise your hands, fellas. Who's jacked it in San Diego?
Yeah, I have, yes.
No.
All of my family's from there in LA.
No, I wasn't.
We spent a lot of time on tour, singing.
Well, I mean, I was in.
We played a lot in San Diego because reggae is popular down there and all that. So,
I mean, I played reggae in San Diego 3 times, but each time I played it was with Polynesian Underground, and I stayed at Mana's house, and I wasn't gonna jack off at somebody else's house. So
I would have jacked off at Mana's house. I'm just kidding.
That's funny. In retrospect, yeah, I probably should have. So here's now the end of this song for the podcast listeners.
Jacking it, jack. Spanking it, smack. Whacking it, whack. Spanking it, jerking it, smacking it, smack. The cars are passing me by, they honk and say hello. Hey, that guy's jacking. From his window, there's a guy shooting video of him jacking. And if the good Lord Jesus comes knocking on my door, just tell him that I'm jacking it in San Diego. One more time. Jacking it, jack. Spanking it, smacking it, smack. He's about to jack it. Jacking it, whack, spanking it, whack.
That's the best line. That's the best one.
It really does go out with that. That's great. Yeah, that's great.
I want to be that guy. I want to be the baritone in the South Park choir, if you will. Also the opera episode where Randy takes her to the operas that we recently did. Oh my goodness, the vocal.
He's got a good range. If you listen to the original demos that he did for Book of Mormon, he's got a good range, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this side. We're going to come back now on the other side with some more trivia, pop culture knowledge, and more. We'll be right back. Once again, shout out to our sponsors provided by Linktree. Linktr.ee/SouthParkPod. You can, of course, that's our landing page where everything is located. Check us out on the X Twitter at SouthParkPod with an S, at Instagram, South Park Podcast, and at SouthParkPod everywhere else. Well, ladies and gentlemen, mix it up this episode. If you don't know, I'm your host on the East. I'm looking to feast off the South Park yeast that is growing inside of my belly.
Uh-huh.
I'm your boy, MSG. I'm still working on it. Andrew.
Nah,
Ladies and
it
gentlemen,
made sense to me. It's fine.
I'm your boy. I'm here. And of course, we're joined by that S to the C, that double OP, that Tombow, Let's go, Jackson. Bring it. We've also got Mr. Producer there right now. He's got a blank screen, but he's been joining us through the whole episode. It's the D-Train 3 Charles, and the guy who lives on the West, who's giving it his best, and he loves the Northwest, Darren Hart, D-Train 3000.
What's going on, guys? I do love the Northwest. Finally sunny out. Let's go.
It's finally sunny out there. And of course, last but certainly not least, the man likes to bring the pain in the digital marketing game. The guy that solicits your picks to get those clicks. Writer, producer, director, drug dealer, on-screen character, and of course, your future vice president.
I don't do that.
Legal drug dealer,
I don't
and
do that
on-screen character. Dean Decker.
You better watch out when I become vice president, boys. Oh, you better watch out.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we are not collectively as a group the 2022 Red Rocks Day 1 South Park Trivia Champion. We are not the doctor of thugonomics, punkonomics, polyphonics, or what? Scooponomics. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not trivia gods. But Mr. Scoop Jackson himself is gonna do his best. Scoop, read us up some trivia.
During the scene where everyone is booing Stan, alternate color swaps of Heidi, Lainey, and Beth can be seen. The aircraft used by Stan Marsh is Boeing 777-300ER, an elongated twin-engine craft whose appearance is distinguished by having 5 exits. Stan Marsh exits San Diego International Airport through its second aircraft terminal. Oh, okay.
Yeah, really.
I guess they gotta have questions about everything, you know? I mean, shit.
Yeah.
The Three Singers parody the Kingston Trio, a band from the late 50s who helped establish folk pop. One of the members, Nick Reynolds, was a native of San Diego. Okay. That's some deep silliness.
Here we go.
The background participants included in Stan's video are cheerleaders, the goth kids, the basketball team, the vampire kids per se, the 6th graders, including the leader and his 2 friends, the ginger kids, the raisins girls, the kindergartners, Casey Miller, Bill Allen, Fosse McDonald, Brando, Grimo, Thad Jarvis, Mike Cooper, Dougie O'Connell, Kip Darby, Pete Thelman, Doug Poo, Petsky, and Timmy Winter. Timmy joins in the booing instead of saying Timmy.
Ladies,
and that's it for the trivia.
Woo. Ladies and gentlemen, I think for the first time in 230 plus episodes, Scoop accurately read everything, and he didn't mess up! Yeah! He did it! Yeah! He did
Good job, Scoop. Yeah.
He did it, ladies and gentlemen. What a cause for celebration, ladies and gentlemen. Well, coming up next on the scene.
How do I follow that?
This man, as I told you, is a sexy looking guy.
Thank you.
He's also open to any guy or gal, whatever.
Any.
Say hi.
Every
Come on,
goal, man. Every hole's a goal.
Come on down. He's by. Ladies and gentlemen, the man who likes to bring the pain in the digital marketing game. The man who solicits those picks to get your clicks. The guy who likes to tell you each and every week about pop culture. Dean
This episode is chock full of it, my friends, chock full of that 2011-2012 goodness. First off, the bullying behavior of Grandma Stotch parodies almost exactly that of Grandma Dollarhide in the 2002 film Red Dragon in the Hannibal series. With some of her dialogue literally being a word-for-word duplication, as I said. Her voice is credited in the episode as Donna Doobie. But that is not a real voice actress's name. And she doesn't sound like the voice actress that they always have for all the female voices. So, people have long circulated the rumor that the name was a pseudonym for Ellen Burstyn, the actress who actually provided the voice of Grandma Dollarhide in the movie. Interesting stuff. Stan's video, Make Bullying Kill Itself, is a parody of the lip dub genre. The video, as well as Stan's inserted laugh in America, specifically parodies this style of anti-bullying YouTube video directly by Cypress Ranch High School. I need to see that because I've never heard of that. I understand the lip dub genre, that was very musical-y of its time, but there's an actual video that looks like this, and they do the, that's incredible. Need to watch that. Stan's success of the Make Bullying Kill Itself video, I love saying that, I guess, leads to his public breakdown in San Diego, California. This is a reference to good old Jason Russell of Invisible Children. And, of course, of the Coney 2012 viral video campaign that swept the nation, who was also hospitalized after being found naked and screaming in San Diego. Now, to clarify, this kid was a theater kid. He is extremely straight. He had been doing Invisible Children for years. He was on Oprah both before and after this event. And the circulated rumor that he was jacking off was not true. He was just butt-ass naked screaming in the middle of San Diego streets. We love you, Jason Russell.
He was jacking it.
Maybe. Captain Kangaroo was mentioned in this episode. It is, of course, a children's TV program which ran from the 1950s to all the way in the 1980s. San Diego suddenly playing at the end of the episode is an example of Gainax ending. Named after the Japanese anime studio of the same name, the Gainax ending refers to an ending that honestly makes no sense. A prime example of this ending style being that of Neon Genesis Evangelion. I've never been able to say that. I've actually never watched it either. I'm a bad anime fan. The fact
Evangelion?
I think it's an Evangelion. I think it's you really gutturally get that G in your throat. Evangelion. Someone get Muzzy into this. Is it Evangelion or Evangelion? The fact that a penguin appears during the song may be a nod to the character of Pen Pen.
Sorry.
Je suis time. When Stan goes to San Diego, Jerry Sanders, the mayor of San Diego currently at the time, I don't think he is anymore. He might actually be dead, is shown advertising San Diego in a mock commercial just surrounded by a green blur indicating a poorly performed green screen.
Right.
And last but not least, rounding up today's pop culture, as Stan's taxi drives through the gas lamp quarter, standing underneath it is a lamp in Bolton, who was the unofficial mascot of the San Diego Chargers.
Yeah.
It says Changers.
That's a typo.
San Diego Superchargers. And he was the mascot for the San Diego Chargers for over 20 years. The mascot was eventually retired in 2018 after the Chargers moved to where? Los Angeles.
And that,
yes,
ladies and gentlemen,
is
your pop culture with Dean Becker, the Baconator. Give me a slice of that bacon. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for some continuity, some storyline continuity, that is. Butters assumes his alter ego, Professor Chaos, in a way to gain confidence and stand up against the abusive grandmother that he has. Professor Chaos, of course, was last seen in the Coon vs. Coon and Friends. In Stan's video, a boy holds a sign with bullying is so 2008 written on it. Of course, his catchphrase 2008 had been used in a few episodes this season. Of course, the Black Eyed Peas made it popular with the song Boom Boom Pow. This episode marks the first appearance of Grandma Stotch. She was mentioned by name only in Butters' very own episode, Freak Strike, Margaritaville, and Reverse Cowgirl. Many South Park characters returned since their last appearances in older seasons, such as Jesus, Raisin Girls, the 6th grade leaders you mentioned, Scoop, Dougie, Bryden Guillermo, Damian Thorne, and the kindergartners. Kip Doherty, as you mentioned, Dane, Kip Doherty there with no friends, and Pete Thelman. In addition, many formerly one-off characters make their second appearance, as noted by Scoop, Thad Jarvis, the Vampire Kids, Mike, Casey Miller, I'm styling and providing, Casey Miller, and the basketball team, of course, as well as the cheerleaders. The only character who didn't appear in the Butters bullying video that were alive or believed to be in different locations are the following characters: Gregory, Rebecca Cotswold, Christophe, Patty Nelson, Gary Harrison, Loogie, oh my god, I got grounded. Nancy and Alex Glick. Fuck Alex.
I forgot about Loogie. Also, they're bringing back Christoph. Like, we haven't seen him since the movie. I think he was he might be back in France himself.
Right. Cartman uses the slang vajayjay for vagina as he did in Reverse Cowgirl.
Yeah.
And finally, wrapping up your storyline continuity. This is the second time someone else called Butters Professor Chaos costume gay. The first time being in My Future Self and Me. Ladies and gentlemen, that is some storyline continuity.
And as always, I got to come in with some international titles sometimes because they pop out to me. Literally, in French, this episode was called Soft Balls. In Czech, it was called Butters Has Balls. And in Hungarian, it was just called Shit Video. Why was it called Shit Video? Anyway.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's your storyline continuity, your pop culture, your trivia, your full recap. Mr. Hart, Mr. Darren, if you're still with us, what did you like about this episode, sir?
The farts.
There you go. That's
Only the farts in every episode. I actually have watched this episode about 3 times in the last couple weeks. 2 for joy and 1 just now. I don't know if I can pick a favorite part. I love the entire episode, start to finish. I can't do it with this episode, Matt. So, in that case, my standard answer to that question is the farts.
Okay.
There was a fart
Scoop.
in there.
Mr. Scoop Jackson, what did you like or dislike about this episode?
One of my favorite parts is that whole cinematic scene of the song, of Stan's song. Sorry, my nose is bleeding.
Jacking it in San Diego?
Shit.
Jacking it in San Diego.
That and we get introduced to Jacking it in San Diego. This episode is great.
Yeah, I was having a hard time balancing between like that and Stan getting the shit bullied out of him in the bathroom by a dude with the funniest haircut you've ever seen.
Yeah, all the reverse bullying that goes on. Like one bullies the other to get bullied by another to get bullied by another. And then it just finally being Jesus, the end bully.
Well, yeah, that's true. Bully. That's very true. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Becker, what did you think about this episode? Tell me.
There's a couple things. So first, I like like everyone else mentioned, like Scoop just said, the reoccurring theme of people getting bullied in the bathroom and the door being locked. I thought that was hilarious. Secondly, it was one of those episodes, kind of like the Obama episodes and stuff like that, where it's so extremely relevant to its time. When this episode came out, literally Coney was like, I think all of this had literally just happened. And like the 2011 Bully movie was still on people's minds because it was a really popular DVD hit. Like everyone had it and everyone's mom was buying it. So that was great. And honestly, sticking up for Jason Russell a little bit, he did have a legitimate psychiatric breakdown. That guy was under so much fucking stress and pressure about everything that was going on with Coney. And then also all the criticism that came directly after the virality of that. Like literally people saying that it was useless. He was just doing it for money, which he wasn't. I mean, he didn't. The Invisible Children made a bunch, but like he didn't make much after that. He paid himself fees, like administration wise. But like that poor guy literally did have like a nervous breakdown, a psychiatric breakdown. He went on Oprah afterwards and explained it. I stick up for Jason Russell. I think I've seen his work in the past before Coney, and I think he was just really misunderstood, but he was trying to do right. So I enjoyed that whole thing. And there's a fun fact about that song because this is such a banger. South Park Studios website put out like a bracket tournament of like all of the songs that South Park had done up to that point, and this was recent, so it had been in like the last few years, and this song won #1. And I don't know if I agree with that, but I can see why it would, because that song is an absolute banger, dude. They performed it at the 20th anniversary. Darren, it's a banger, bro.
It is. It because it meets like all the criteria. It was written so creatively. On top of not only that stuff's not easy to write, they wrote it so appropriately and creatively, and it fit the bill so perfectly. And there are like parts of the song that use melodies that were used by more pop artists that people would make fun of, but they used them in just the right places and intentionally to make a joke. And they couldn't have done that song better.
Top of Train.
That song is my favorite moment just as a music person, but this episode is at close to the top of my list. It's like the whole episode is just its own full moment.
Yeah, it was a tremendous, well-rounded, well-mixed banger. Top of the game, top of the parody game, exactly like Darren said. So those would be all of my favorites. I mean, this episode's just great. It's a great episode.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, in regards to my feelings on the episode, I think what I really enjoyed about this episode is Butters' development, his continuing development as a character. He went through a situation where he was bullied, and it's not like he would normally, I mean, I think in normal situations at school, if he had been bullied like that, his friends would have, amped him up and he would have stood up a lot sooner. But because it was a family member, I think that also can be relatable to other people who may have watched this episode at home where they may have had abusive family members and feeling like they couldn't stand up for themselves, right? Where in the end, Butters showed that, look, I didn't need to beat you with violence. I just needed to beat you with my brain, and cutting her at the core of her mortality as she faces it at the latter part of her life cuts so much harder than any physical type of violence that Butters could potentially inflict. So I think that itself is a good takeaway. I liked, of course, Butters beating the shit out of Dr. Oz. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that's
great.
super funny.
I liked, but I liked, you guys kind of touched on it as far as the one shot, the viral video. I enjoyed that. I liked Stan's kind of downfall here as he continues. We kind of start to see this trend now that kind of gets implicated here before we get into the Stan Ground episodes, where Stan's kind of looking for this success, this fame, this notoriety.
Yeah.
And it kind of, and that character.
That's why I said Stan Ground earlier. It like reminded me of that. I'm like, oh shit, this is that building up.
Yeah.
So
really great point, Matt.
It sets the foundation, in my opinion, here. So
that's a really good point. I totally forgot about that. Like, I was like slipping on the Butters arc because it's almost its own episode in my head. But I think one of the obviously greatest moments of this is the ending Butters line to his grandma. I think that's pretty much
dude, no one said that, but that is
an all-time great South Park moment is Butters telling his grandma off while she's laying in bed. And I think Dane pointed it out earlier. He says it's like the ultimate insult is it's something about her being dead and all she'll ever be is her, or all she'll be is her. All you'll be is you.
It's just so brutal. Hey, that bad person in your life, it's going to destroy them.
Well, this episode, this review, ladies and gentlemen, has been destroyed because it's going to be one fucking hell of an edit. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for another edition of SMB, a South Park review. Coming up next week, it's one of the most controversial episodes in South Park. You either fucking love it or you fucking hate it. But the one thing that stands true the test of the time is the boys should have never gone ziplining. It's coming up next week on another edition of SMB, a South Park review. Make a long story short,
You know what